Hey, what's up, good people? It's Rob here. So, I want to do a video, people. It may not be too short, but I'll try to keep it as short as I can. I want to do a video about August 21st. Now, I know the eclipse has come and gone, and that's the reason that I want to do the video. The event meant nothing to me. It meant something to many people in this country, and that's what I want to talk about, is what it meant to them and why it meant so much to them, and how the evil of this world was able to treat them like puppets. Now, I know many of you are going to say, well, it was a solar eclipse, Rob. People got involved. They wanted to see it. It's a once in a lifetime thing, blah, blah, blah. No, man, you got to go deeper. What did it really mean to us as a people? Now, what does it mean for the United States if we look at it symbolically, and if we look at it through the lenses of the Almighty Father with spiritual discernment? The solar eclipse of 2017 started on August 21st, and it started in Oregon and ended in South Carolina. People from coast to coast, they worked themselves up into an excited frenzy over this event. This was hyped and promoted over many months, a long time ago. Social media, the lamestream media went to work promoting this event. Folks spent $10, $20, $40 on glasses, the so-called, quote, special glasses. And then after the glasses were out of stock, many people hit the black market and were paying as much as, I've heard, as much as $70 to $80 to $100 for special made glasses. So what did we learn, and what can we learn from this event? Well, I think there's a lot of knowledge to be garnered from such an event. And let me tell you why, and then we'll get into it. And I think you'll understand where it is that I'm going. I think this event was symbolic because it taught us a lot about where we are as a people and where we're going. You know, for me, it was incredibly sad and disturbing to see how many folks, neighbors, friends, family, and the people that live among us, they went out of their way to seek a glimpse of the sun, the S-U-N. The same people, and dare I say the vast majority, would not spend a scintilla of the same energy, effort, and excitement that they put forth to catch a glimpse or to be a part of the S-O-N, the Son, as in Jesus the Christ. No, they would not. This event was important for me symbolically. I did no videos about it because the event itself wasn't important, but how the people reacted was what was important. This was a sun worship event. Now, for those of you who don't know, the sun god is Apollyon. He in the Bible was referred to as Baal, the devil, Satan. He's the king of the bottomless pit. He is the antithesis to Jesus Christ. He is the arch enemy of our King and our Redeemer, Yeshua, whom we call Jesus the Christ. Okay, he is the adversary. That's what the word Satan means. Now, to see all these people go forth and worship the sun and go out of their way to make a big deal of this, it makes you wonder about the special glasses, real discernment, real eyes to see, as spoken of in the Bible. So let's look at something, and let's let our Father guide us, those who have real eyes to see. We need no glasses. We need no special glasses. Let's let the Father guide us, and let's look at the poverty, disease, and depravity and evil that walks all over this country, and that we can see it with no special glasses. But these people needed special glasses to see the sun. I want you to see where I'm trying to go here. We are slowly losing our rights. The First Amendment, the right to freely assemble, the right to free speech, is being taken from us daily. Our Constitution is being shredded up and torn up right before our eyes. The bankers, the corporations, own the United States and the world. They own the majority of the people in this country, except for those who have a true relationship with the Almighty Father through His Son, Yeshua, Jesus Christ. The Federal Reserve, the corporations, Wall Street, and many people have sold out their children every day and sold themselves out to the corporations of the United States. You know, many people believe that we have a government. There's no such thing as a government. You know, all government does is, or the machinery of government. That's all they do, man. There's no such thing as a government. So when you hear people blame it on the government, that's hogwash. We are controlled by bankers. We are controlled by Apollyon and his children, and they own the banks and the corporations, and this is where they rule the world from. Your churches are corrupt to the core. Your 501c3 churches are owned by the banks. They mock your Father. They mock Jesus Christ. Here is Hillsong. Notice the pyramids at the back. They will try to tell you that these are pyramids. That these are mountains. No, those are pyramids. The military is owned by the corporations, not the people. It's owned by the corporations and banks. Your jobs have been sent to China and India now. The universities, academia, is owned by the corporations. The textbooks that our children read are full of lies. From the time that our children go to school and can read, they are taught lie after lie after lie, and the indoctrination begins. Silicon Valley gives us so much great technology. In fact, I'm benefiting from it now that I may reach a couple thousand of you, if Google will allow me, even though Google, the synagogue of Satan, really doesn't have that control. It's up to the Almighty Father, but we'll let them believe that they have that power. As much as we have garnered in terms of technology, we have had to deal with far more damage to us as a people because of technology. You don't really believe these monsters would give you more than they are going to get back. We live in a lawless country, and it will only get worse. We are on the cusp of a civil war. Every day, the media fills us with hoaxes. What's the latest and greatest story? Who was shot? Who was stabbed? How many were ran over? It's one big gigantic lie, and it spins itself and just rinse and repeat constantly. We have been flooded with immigration from countries all over the world, illegal immigration, and this was done by the banks, the churches, and the United Nations. This was done by the Masonic Zionist order, the 33, the 1/3 of the demonic angels that fell from heaven. They are going to have order out of chaos. The 777s, which is a way to mock the Father, because the Father 7 is perfection. This is their way to mock him. You do not need special glasses to see this. Now, the whole point of where I'm trying to go with this is that these people needed special glasses, and I hope you see where I'm going. We don't need special glasses to see the truth. They needed special glasses to see their son, the S-U-N. We don't need special glasses to see the truth and see our King, who is the Son, the S-O-N. We don't need special glasses to see that cell towers are killing us. We don't need special glasses to see that the food, medicine, is killing us, and the future of medicine. We don't need special glasses to see that every year hundreds of thousands of babies and even some adults are kidnapped, molested, and sold into slavery. And we know who is behind it. Some people, some groups and segments of this country always have their voice heard nonstop. Some are mocked constantly by the devils on Tell Evil Vision, you see. When you can watch a TV show where monsters throw away food when you know children are starving, there's a problem. You see, some people of this country have no voice, and this is by design. Okay, I mean, do you need glasses for this? Do you not see the mockery? 110,000 people at a football stadium. That means absolutely shit. It means nothing. The stadium itself cost hundreds of millions of dollars to build, but children are going without food and medicine. Do you need any glasses? Do you not see? Can you put this together? I know that you can. You see, we don't need glasses. What about the beautiful people that so many people call the natives, Indians? I don't call them that. I call them by their name, their nation name, whether they be the Sioux, the Comanche, the Apache, the Arapaho, whoever they are. They have no voice. Everybody's crying, moaning, and wanting something, and everybody seems to get heard except for a couple segments, they absolutely are forgotten. Now, if anybody would be in line to receive something, do you not think that they would be at the front of the line? The front of the line. Do you need glasses to see this mockery? Do you need glasses to see this mockery? Or how about this? How about never heard? You see, the boy on the left, he lives in the Appalachians. He has shelter that is dilapidated. His family barely has heat. This is the Lakota Sioux washing their child outside in a old-timey wash bucket. They don't have the adequate plumbing to. It's hard to even do these videos, and yet these monsters in the Federal Reserve have trillions of dollars at their disposal. They could make it better, but they refuse to. Why? Because they are pure hate. They are the epitome of evil. Do we need special glasses to look up in the sky? Do you think those tens of millions of people yesterday, with their poor, pathetic, blind, spiritual selves, do you think they ever looked up in the sky before the devil gave them some glasses, smacked them in the head and told them, look up because I tell you to? Do you think they ever took their faces out of their tablets and computers and ever looked up and noticed, man, what are all these lines up in the sky that are everywhere called chemtrails? Do we need special glasses to know about heart, that our weather is controlled and modified? What about healthcare, the greatest and maybe most evil entity in this country? What about 60% of the world's psychiatric drugs? Psychiatric drugs, which is one of the greatest scams known to man. 60% of the world's psychiatric drugs are consumed by the United States. So you have people walking around with a pill for the pill, and if the pill doesn't work, we'll give you another pill for the pill for the pill. Now, I'm not talking about people who are in pain. I'm talking about the Zoloft, Prozac, etc. The pills that work on the mind. How about the government, even though there is no government, because it's owned by banks and corporations, and because the corporations now have decided to spy on you? Your emails, your tablet, your computer, your phone calls, you see, your text messages, you see, they are going to know what you are doing. There's even appliances now that are spying on you. TVs. What about the so-called celebrities who call themselves stars? Notice the word stars. Remember, I've already taught this. This is what fell from heaven was stars, 1/3 of the stars. The same people that mock you and mock Jesus Christ right to your face with their eye of Apollyon, the pyramid, the 666, the trinkets and toys that they give you as they mock you right to your face. And what about the sacrifice to children? Do you need special glasses for that? They were sacrificing. People were sacrificing their children to the idols of Canaan, to the devil and his children thousands of years ago, and they are doing it now. So here's some truth for you, and you need no special glasses. No special glasses at all. The solar eclipse and what went with it, with the people getting excited, was no more than mockery. It was Apollyon, the sun god. Because that's who he is. He is the devil. He is the sun god, not the son of God, S-O-N. Here you see the popes. What are they doing? They are worshiping the sun, S-U-N. I want to read a verse to you out of the Bible. I hope it means something to you as you think about where we're at. I encourage you to open up your Bible and read the entire chapter. Read the entire Bible. Ezekiel 12:2, Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house, which have eyes to see and see not. They have ears to hear and hear not, for they are a rebellious house. Indeed they are. Truth or lies, people? You have to decide which that you want to hear and what do you want to follow, the truth or a lie. Jesus Christ is the truth personified. Let's read something from Revelation 3 and then we will close. Revelation 3, chapter 3, verses 15 through 22. This is from the 1611 King James Archaic Version. 15, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. These are the words of Jesus, the Christ himself. Because thou sayest, I am rich, and increase with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked. This is what Jesus Christ is saying to you, the modern people, because that's whom it was written to, was to you. I counsel thee, Jesus Christ says, to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes, not with glasses, but with eye salve, that thou mayest see. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. Jesus the Christ will live inside of you, and the Father will live inside of you. I'm living proof. To him that overcometh I will grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Friends, you do not have to be scared. You do not have to be confused, hurt, worried, and concerned. You have an almighty Creator who loves you, who gave you the ultimate gift when he gave you his Son. He took a piece of himself and said, here, I'm going to give this to you. What could be more love than to say, I'm going to give you my Son? There's only one way, people, and it's through Jesus Christ. I want to read one verse and then we'll close. I want to tell you that the Almighty Father is going to punish this earth, and he's going to punish this country harshly. Zephaniah 2:3, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. Let me say it again. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. If the Almighty Father wants you to suffer, you're going to suffer. If he wants you to ride through the middle of a hurricane and not one hair on your head be damaged, it will happen. God bless you all. Take care. Take care of one another.